Hey guys, it's Whitney Lane for Afterbuzz TV, and we are chasing country with Michael Ray tonight at the House of Blues in Anaheim. How's it going?
Going great.
You're a busy guy right now. You were at House of Blues Sunset last night. You got some more coming up?
Yeah, it was great. It's our first time playing shows in California. So last night was Hollywood, tonight Anaheim, tomorrow Sacramento. I love the West Coast. I'm from the East, so never been here a lot.
What is it about a California fan, you think?
Oh, well, so far they started off pretty rowdy, and I heard tonight's going to be about the same. So
I wouldn't doubt it. So let's take it back. I want to know how you ended up being a country musician in the first place. I know you kind of grew up around music, but tell us your story.
Well, my family had a band, and my grandfather kept playing, and after they kind of split, not really split, but just started doing jobs and stuff like that, and I was playing with him and my dad and different friends and family, and then started playing clubs and bars when I was 16, and then started writing songs and going back and forth to Nashville, and fast forward a bunch of sleepless nights and nights in my Ford Escape with 7 dudes. And,
oh, that's rough.
Yeah. So that's what we used to travel in, man. So having a 15-passenger van is rough for some people, but for us, it's a big blessing.
Yeah, for sure. So I know I read that you played at the Florida Opry, the Opry there, and you played with like Porter Wagner and people like that. What was that like? That
was awesome. When I grew up playing old country music, Porter and Bobby Bare and Earl Thomas Conley and John Conley, and so that day in particular, they kind of set me up. They called. I was going to go and help the show, just because I wanted to be there, and they're like, hey man, just take these waters back there. I was like, I think I just turned 16, so I took this bucket of water back to this like camper, and I sit down there because the house band was there, and so they said they just made you sit down. So I sat down right beside the door, and like 5 minutes later, Bobby Bare walks in and he's laughing. And Porter wasn't even supposed to be there. We didn't know Porter was coming. Wow. They did, but I didn't. Yeah. And so next thing I know, Porter walks in, right? And they're laughing at some fishing joke that something happened when they were on the water, and I'm just like, like
literally though, at 16, you're just like, wow, I can't even imagine.
I was like, dude, you're Porter Wagner, man. And then the funniest story that I remember was that we were talking. I said, Porter, I grew up on your stuff. Porter goes, what? And Bobby Bare said if he had a nickel every time a kid your age said that, he'd have a nickel.
He's like, man, yeah, that is amazing. Oh, that's funny. Well, okay, also, you were on TV. So since we kind of are in Hollywood, I have to ask you a little bit about that. So you won CW's The Next, right? How was that experience?
It was great. It was one of those things we're on the road, and my manager called me, and it was a big blessing, and I enjoyed it and got me in a lot of TV experience, and I made a lot of great friends. One being John Rich, who I'm still buddies with and ride with, and got me in LA for a month, and I actually got to bring about 30 rednecks from my hometown to LA, so that was a good
I get it. I get my accents always asked about, so I'm sure it was a culture shock for you. Now, I want to know, since we are kind of in Hollywood, if you were on a TV show, if there was one named after your life, what would you name it?
Oh, wow. Well, what would I name it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. I don't watch a lot of TV shows, so...
Who would play you then? Who would be like the actor that played you in a TV show?
Oh, I don't know. I would want. Yeah, I would. I'm starting to get gray at 26, so maybe Clooney.
Okay, hey, Clooney could play for anyone. I mean, amazing. That'd be amazing. Okay, well, let's talk about John Rich, because he mentored you on the show, and then you've also written songs with him, especially "Run Away with You," right? So talk about that one.
Well, that one, we write at his house whenever we write. So I got there that day, and a lot of times when you write, sometimes you have ideas, and sometimes you have melody, sometimes you don't have anything. And this day in particular, we didn't have anything. Yeah. Well, I didn't, at least. And he came in and he's like, man, I had this melody in my head. I think he was like doing something in his kitchen with one of his sons or something like that, cooking them breakfast. And he had this melody in his head, and he's like, I don't know what it is. And I was like, man, that's really catchy. So we just talked it through. And if I remember right, he was just coming back. He just got back from a trip from Italy with his wife. They were celebrating the anniversary or something. And we were talking about how good it is to just run away with the person you love sometimes and shut the world off and just remind the other person why you love them. And so Run Away With You was born.
And people are loving it, right?
It's been a big song for us.
What is your favorite song to perform when you're coming out in front of all these fans?
My favorite one now is this one called Another Girl that we're cutting on the new record, or we just cut. Okay. So it's not even out yet. We just started playing it. So I think that's my new favorite one.
Well, let's talk about that new record. Tell us, what can we expect from it?
Well, we're gonna be we're cutting and writing a lot of stuff that just expect a record that's we're gonna really put in a lot of stuff of what we've been through the last however many years. This is our first record, so you get a lot of time to make the first one short, a little time to make the second one. So you know, just it's going to be a lot of high energy stuff, a lot of songs with lyrics that really touch on parts of my life that I've been through, and I think other people can relate.
And are you writing most of the songs on this album?
I'm writing a few, yeah, but we're also cutting outside songs. You know, there's a huge songwriter community in Nashville, and I love those guys and girls, and they're writing some great stuff, and they're letting me cut them, and I'm honored to be able to sing them.
What do you think makes a good country song?
Oh, well, you know, I think now, you know, a little bit of heartbreak, a lot of party. A lot of get over, trucks. This seems to be a big topic now. So I think just real life. I think that, you know, country songs are just real life stories.
Honesty, right?
Honesty.
Okay, I want to ask you some fun questions. Okay, what's your favorite sports team?
Football, basketball. What are we talking about?
Oh gosh, football.
Football?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Bucks.
Because you are a Florida boy. That makes sense.
I am, and I'm not a bandwagon fan. Like they're, you know, they haven't had the best seasons, but I stuck by them.
Okay, what about beer or whiskey?
Whiskey.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Favorite Southern saying?
Y'all.
Oh, that's an easy one. Okay. What was the first record you ever had?
This is funny because I just met him for the first time. First record I ever bought with my own money was Kid Rock's. The record, it had Cowboy, had Ball with the Ball, had these songs on it, and I never bought a record. I never bought anything with my own money. I was in 6th grade, I think, and this guy brought this record because I told him how I like Kid Rock, and he's like, I have the CD, I'll sell you for like $5.
And you're like, thank you.
Yeah, so I bought it for $5, and I ended up meeting Kid Rock at the Warner party, and then at John's house after the CMAs. I was like, dude, your CD was the first CD I ever bought when I was like.
What did he say?
He just started laughing, and he goes, I said, man, it was a big moment for me because I bought that. It was mine. You know what I mean?
It was your money.
It was my money. Well, probably my dad's. I probably asked for lunch. But.
That's amazing. Okay, what about the last thing you Googled?
Last thing I Googled was how to cook asparagus on a George Foreman.
That's impressive. A man who can cook, ladies. Hello. Okay, what about the song that you belt in the shower?
Probably my right now the one that's been might be What I Say. It's an old Earl Thomas Conley song. Gotcha.
Okay, I also noticed on Twitter that you just went grocery shopping.
I did.
So what is one thing you cannot miss on the road? Like you have to have it.
Believe it or not, is coconut water.
Interesting. Okay.
In emergency.
You got to stay healthy.
Yeah, emergency. But, so I try to cook a lot of stuff on the road because we're gone a lot and eating...
Yeah, crap.
Yeah, junk food. It's
junk.
Good. So, you know, I'd get a lot of chicken, a lot of vegetables and stuff, but coconut water in emergency.
Keeps you going.
That's been my thing.
Okay, last thing. People would be surprised to know what about you?
That I actually like to read. I'm a big reader.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great. See, and then that helps with the songs, I'm sure.
It does.
Well, we are super excited to catch your show. Thanks so much for chatting with us.
Hey guys, I'm Michael Ray, and you're watching Chasing Country.